in the midfield. Possession, won and lost. Take Connie Williams on the right flank. Shaq all the way back to interrupt his play. Then Spurs clear into touch. We're getting advice from the crowd. Recognize Dr. Alexander, who has always been associated with Spurs, his area. They clear the ball. Archibald makes a quick counter attack. Jason Lewis bubbles it but gets it back. Gives it to Shaq. Shaq changes the ball, changes the idea over to Jashan. Jashan looking to dribble a bit too much. Loses out. Taekwon Williams takes over. Trying to find Keelan Liebert. Keelan Liebert. Lone strike up front for our Jets at the moment. Giving chase, but that ball was all the way in favor of Adolphus Jones. Here they come again. Gums trying to clear his lines. Down the left flank they go, but Jeffers is there. Goes back to Jones. Jones goes high and wide over to Akio. And we can hear the crowd. Another person we recognize in the crowd is Elvis Pepe Isaac, a former national player, a coach in his own right. Has always been associated with Spurs in his coaching career. Jones once again using his left foot, a miss kick taken up there by OR Jets. Keelan Liebert losing the ball anyway. Again Jason Jeffers not having a good game so far. Bonnier won it, lost it, won it again. Now they're on the left flank. Ball too strong. Spurs will take a throw. Long ball foul from Spurs. Jason Jeffers is there. Challenger takes over. Challenger has help in Archibald. Archibald goes to the right. Interception. OR keeping the defensive posture. Akio Benjamin battling away in midfield but only could knock it into touch. Throw into OR. Throws comes in now. It's a ground battle for it. Akio Benjamin wins it. Challenger is there. Challenger settles. Challenger shoots. It just goes outside. First chance to Spurs. And Challenger is lying, prone on the ground, ruining his chances. He won't be able to forget that one. That one will live for him for a lifetime. He broke free all by himself. The goalkeeper came, was almost no man's land. He had four options: bottom, left, bottom right, top left, top right, and he went for the fifth one, which didn't count, outside the bars. The man who is breathing a sigh of relief, Mr. Keynes, in the OR Jet goal, urged down by the referee, Mr. Wickham. He's gotten away. First ball to Spurs, second ball to Bonnier. Jeffers goal. Archibald. Benjamin takes over. Another chance for Spurs to come forward. Benjamin Challenger again. This time broken up by the defense for OR Jets. It's Kalachi boy. Raquel then getting some advice from Morris as the ball comes in. Heads go up. A ricochet. And a goal kick. Ball came off of Challenger, it looks like. Taken quickly. 1 against 2. Morris wins the first header. Raquel Allen not able to latch onto it. Kaelan Leibert goes down. He's trying to get down on the far side. Brought down. And the referee Wickham goes for his card immediately. As I'm joined by the man Bob. He's one who would miss the match of the season.
Yeah, this one is a mouth-watering clash at the end of the season. Highly anticipated. The lines outside very long, even for the commentators. Both teams have a lot to gain and a lot to lose. So you'll be expecting them to pull out all the stops tonight. Keeper easily retains the ball and sends it right. Misjudged pass. Ball went out of touch.
Pemberton to take the throw. Goes to Nick One. On back to Pemberton. Pemberton trying to find. Oops. A high foot there. Not called by the referee in my opinion. An aerial battle. Now the whistle goes. Spurs fans are not happy with that call.
Opposite devices Gardner Spurs number 13 to John Morris in the 9th minute.
Both teams not giving much ground to each other. As expected, a very steady start.
Good save by Adolphus Jones. You noticed that they've put Tuckett back and brought the more experienced former national goalkeeper Adolphus Jones for this game. Serious business. Big kick. Headed away, but only as far as Jashan. Jashan finds Adams. Adams goes long far side. Fraser is there. Jashan trying to get around. Challenger's in the box. Challenger can get it past the man. Challenger, there's a battle. Loses the battle, loses the ball. Shaq. Muscling his way through. Goes back to Stingman. Archibald goes to the far side, right side. Akio Benjamin is on side. He lobs it back in the box. Challenger is trying a bicycle. Again, Stingman wins the partial clearance. Under pressure from 2 players. They win it. Nick One goes forward. Jason Jeffers and Morris combining it, but back to Nick One. Nick One Brown goes to the far side, trying to find Kaelan Leibert, a striker from the national youth team. They come back, they win the ball. Again, they're trying to get across. Shaquille monitoring, referee calls it back for another foul. Some distance out, about the same distance it was last time. We didn't see anything much come from that free kick, but can't they do better this time?
What they are doing though is they're stringing some passes together, and that's always good for the confidence of the team going forward. The build-up play was good, enterprising, and the passes were spot on. So as I said, both teams realizing the importance of the game, and they're not making many errors, or at least dangerous errors at this point. Still a bit cagey, but that's what's expected.
Well, one big error made by Spurs so far. Not putting the ball in the back of the net. With a one-on-one break with the goalkeeper. Have to call that an error.
Exactly. And this game is going to be dictated by fine margins.
Again, Adolphus goes big. Pemberton. Cleveland's. Goes square. Brown. Over to Leibert. Up goes Morris. Down goes Morris. They're on, he says. Ball slid into the centre forward channel. No one there, but the Spurs defense. They come back. OR Jets. Then they go to the right side. This man is offside. Big offside. Halting play.
I mean, an unfortunate offside. But again, Jets, when they're attacking with a certain level of precision that we haven't yet seen from Spurs. Spurs are obviously a little bit more defensively organized, but attacking wise, aside from the mischance, I haven't seen much else coming out from them in terms of true danger to the old road goal.
Taekwan. That could be a dangerous guy here. He's in the box. Slides it in. Shot on goal. Blocked. Jones takes over. Good save. Good low save. Referee holds up play because the player who shot the ball, the block seemed to have affected him. He's down in pain and he's asking for some help.
Yeah, that he followed through with his shot, and there were two bodies coming at him. So there is no doubt that he probably would have either extended his ankle or something of the sort, because he was lined up for a very good shot. Again, the build-up play for the strikers seem very organized, very choreographed to a certain extent. And I'm wondering if this is the game that the coaching staff of the South Stars are really trying to show their true colors.
Well, this is the game, definitely. The man who went down with the number 10 shot, that's Nick Van Brown. He's up now. Walking off a little gingerly, but he'll be okay. Young, strong guy. He's been around football for a very long time. And he's a very young guy. Morris gets the roll out. Morris goes upfield. Gums is giving challenge. Guns bundles the man off the ball.
Spurs need to tighten up their pass.
Benjamin looking on him, bewilderment, wondering why he didn't get that foul. Ball comes in, a cross comes in. Looked dangerous from the start, but Spurs defense handled it.
There is a major upgrade in the Spurs goal tonight. There's a lot more composure. He is in control of the defense, and the defenders are listening to him.
Well, like I said, at one point he was the number one keeper in St. Kitts. He was the national goalkeeper. His interest also is in track, and so he's also a decathlete. Does a decathlon for St. Kitts Nevis, and I think he was training track, which is why he took it by the number one jersey for quite a while. But here comes Spurs with Archibald. Archibald goes over, they're in the box, clearance, a little goal mount melee.
Bears asks the question, where was he all through in the remainder of the games prior to?
At Kim Collins Stadium.
Because they should not be waiting for these type of positions to be pulling out the best they have, eh?
Well, he made his opinion. He has that right, that he prefer to pursue his individual efforts. But here they come, clearance from Bernier.
Again, we see another example of those wayward passes I'm talking about. He really wasn't under any pressure to give away the ball at that point.
Trying to redeem himself, Mr. Duncan. Up they come. Pemberton clearing. Kaelan, the number 9, sliding across to help out, but no. Jeffers. A ground battle. Foul on Spurs.
Referee doing a pretty good job in terms of keeping control of the game so far.
Taken by Fraser. Down the right side. Taekwani not there. Spurs Spurs meets it. Take Penny again, trying to work his way around. Not this time. Ball comes off of his boot. Trying to Spurs. Allen takes it. Trying to go to Jashan. Jashan knocks it out into touch.
Another unforced error.
As an awful start to this game, Jashan Van Jeffers. Scored in some goals, scored some very important goals for Spurs along the way, which probably has gotten him to this position. But so far, he has a lot of miscontrol, dribbling when he should pass, fancy footwork, it doesn't work. Probably this is first good thing for the night, winning a throw. Or winning a foul.
Handball.
So it's Pemberton heading away. Spurs make some progress up the flank. Possession turned over. Archibald trying to come out the midfield, knocks it long. Ball off of Jassan, taken quickly by Pemberton. Brown, Leibert, not getting control of it.
I would like to think that it's the initial nerves that have been affecting Spurs play, but it's 20 minutes into the first half. By now they should have settled.
Bonnier tried to lock a ball forward. Spurs read it, picked it off, give it to the goalkeeper. Now they try to mount an attack. Then they give it back to OR Jets. OR Leibert slides it into the channel. Taekwani. Ball bubbles and is fouled. This time closer to the box. The two free kicks they got before was about 40 yards out. This time is about 18 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18 and 8.
26.
Oh, good math, Bob.
It's a little closer.
Yards out.
It's a little closer. Allows him the opportunity to get up and under.
A left footer. He's a left footer who plays in number 7. He's playing opposites. I think they have a right footer on the other side as well. I generally find that with small teams, they don't really want that crisp pass. Here comes Williams, shoots. Oh, he misses it. It stumbles.
Saw what he tried to do, but it didn't come. And the execution was quite poor. He actually ended up kicking the.
I think he's still on the turf. Maybe a bit of moisture left from the.
He hit down on the ball as he was coming through a little bit faster.
Another left footer, Jones. Big goal kick. Heads go up. Isaac was heading away. Helped out now by Gums. Now they give chase. Kaylan Leibert comes across the goal mouth. Taekwon waiting, asking, begging, beseeching for that ball.
A little more pace on it. It needed a little more pace on it. Extremely good play. Spurs were caught napping at that point, and you can consider that an opportunity lost, because a little more pace it would have beaten the last man and Taekwon would have had an open goal.
Perfect ingredients for a counter-attack. It was quick, it was unexpected. One ball out to Leibert and Leibert had it in the box. Here comes the cross. Heads go up. Spurs heading away. Another corner. Second corner in succession. Shaq out there giving some instructions. Referee urges on, the ball comes in. Looped over. Spurs trying to get upfield. Grabbed by Pemberton. Pemberton battling, fighting for it. Pemberton using his body. Then he comes back to Fraser. Fraser chips it up. Trying to find Taekwani. Pemberton gets it. Again, he's shielding. But this time the ball is knocked away by the Spurs player. And they will get a throw in.
They are playing with a certain degree of confidence here that I'm certain must be unsettling the Spurs.
I'm not so sure if it's confidence or just youthful exuberance, because this is one of the youngest teams that's in the league, with the exception of Bernier. I'm sure all of those guys are under 25. Here they come. Challenger. Ball blocked up by Isaac. Shot taken quickly. Jashan looks up. Jashan crosses. On the far side, Challenger can't get there. See, asking for a handball. The referee not buying it.
If he calls a foul, then it has to be a penalty if he's inside the box.
The lighting prevents us from seeing exactly where it is. Let's try to pick it up on the camera. And, it looks like it's in the box.
It is a very, very unusual ball.
Players are even on their knees.
Interesting.
Could be just on the line. Just on the apex of the box.
The linesman did indicate a free kick from quite early.
He didn't move. If it was a penalty, he should have moved. Yeah, it's just outside. We can pick it up now. Chipped up. Heads go up. Challenger boots. Challenger. And there's a handball. No, that's the penalty. And that should be a red card as well as a penalty. Spurs. There goes the red. Sorry, mister.
That's your youthful exuberance for you. That's your youthful exuberance for you.
Captain Jeffers steps up to the mark. He was the one who scored the penalty. And the youngster looked like he wanted to cry. That's either Isaac. The player will have to wait until he gets out
if
the field.
If the keeper is able to save this or it is not scored, he might consider that a goal save than a red card well earned.
But he still has to play with 10 now.
That would be the challenge now for
so Tia should
Roll Road.
Yeah. Keynes versus Jeffers. Last time he used his experience and scored against Keith Williams of Keon. Just waited for the move and then roll it in. Here he comes again. He chips up, shoots and scores. Right side.
Well taken.
1-0 to Spurs. No invitation needed. The Spurs fans are smiling. Big grin on Dr. Alexander face. Bumpy Morris shouting instructions. They're one up.
Well taken penalty for Spurs. It's unfortunate that the red card had to take place, but at the end of the day, you make those type of mistakes, you have to pay the price. So now Old Road has an uphill battle to overcome a 1-0 deficit with one man down.
Ah boy. And I'm going to say uphill, but a steep, slippery uphill. One down and one down.
It's been done before.
We shall wait and see. Fraser. Going over to the left side. Gums. They go long forward. Broken by Morris.
And in my opinion, what is even more unfortunate is that they were having the better of the game up until that point.
They were more composed. They looked like they were carrying the...
Number 11, Jordan Isaac in the 25th minute. Penalty scored by Hobbs Enterprises, not first, number 7.
Their passing was a lot more controlled. They were finding their players. They were getting into spaces. They were challenging the goal. Just the final cross, that last through ball, always seemed to evade them. And they haven't really been making a lot of use of their spot kicks either, because they've had quite a few of those.
Yeah, they have at least 3.
And they have
2 corners. Here's the third one coming in. Heads go up. Oh, a little confusion there. What's happening? Another corner. Corner number 4 for them. Testimony of the pressure that they had and still have on Spurs. Another right foot in swinging corner. Numbers up. High looping to the far post. Goes outside.
Yeah, a lot of these corners and dead ball situations, they could have had they been a bit more accurate in terms of the kicks in themselves, they could have created more danger than they did. Still a long ways to go in the match, so
well, I always say that man missing. Stingman takes over. Stingman gets in the box, slides it in there. Bonnier. Stingman gets it back. Stingman trying to shoot. No, blocked by the last minute by Gums.
good defensive
By Fraser.
work.
Corner to Spurs.
It was an error actually where they had retained the ball and then given it back to Stingman, whom dribbled one, but there's right back, the old road right back, cleaned up very nicely, slide and tackle and played the ball.
Taking the shot. Allen chips it up to the far post. Heads go up. This time, OR Jets. Allen again, fighting for it, goes to the ground. Clear ones. When you saw a shot, fractures of volley, but that one will go high into the sky.
Yeah, I'm not.
Midfield battle. Foul in the center circle against Spurs.
The Jets' response to being a goal down and a man down so far has even been pretty good.
Well, they have nothing to lose but to go forward now. There's no point in losing this game 1-0. Go for it. Ball stolen by Spurs. Archibald beats one. In the box. Finds Challenger. Challenger to go forward. Challenger. 3 men around him. Goes to ground. Shot goes forward. No, says Mr. Watley. Brown takes over. Goes forward trying to find Taekwane. Battle for it. Jones and Taekwane. Jones comes first. And Taekwane deemed to have fouled Jones. But he's okay. I think he saw the tackle coming from 10 miles off. Hit the ball and rode the tackle. But the referee, rightly so, blowing a whistle. In fact, the flag was wiggled.
Yeah, the linesman was more enthusiastic about that foul than the referee himself.
Delroy Jeffers. I think he saw the intent because he was just about 10 yards away from him.
But I think Jones had cleared that sufficiently well to have been safe. And Taekwane just followed through on his initial tackle, but he was already beaten by some stretch. There's a lot of fight in these Jets. They're not going down without the fight tonight. I have not seen the difference in the one man since.
Well, sometimes it takes a while before you can see the difference. Fatigue sets in. A long ball from midfield, easy ball for Adolphus Dally Jones. Overhand shot, finds Jason. Jason speeds away. Jashan, sorry. He sends it up to Challenger. Challenger goes back for help. In fact, he goes to the ground. Tackle coming in. Of course, the crowd asking for a card.
It's a late challenge. Again, it's over enthusiasm.
Getting a lecture from Mr. Wickham.
I'm not sensing any malice in it.
Yeah, just a little late, but had to be called nonetheless.
The crowd obviously quite animated. It's an important game for both sides.
Yeah, we see the number one fan, Mr. Peterman, over there now, on the back urging him on. Ball comes in, headed away. Comes off of a defender. Another corner to Spurs.
Well, it has been entertaining, has lived up to its billing. And you would not expect that for one of the final games of a regular season.
No, it's a long time I haven't seen interest in the league all the way down to the almost the penultimate game of the league. Here comes Spurs. Can they get number 2? Another set piece. Outswinging right corner. Heads go up. Punch away by Keynes. Only as far as Adams. Adams back heel, trying to find Archibald. Tackle comes in from Fraser. Cleared out. Up to Williams. Williams gives it to his daddy. Bonnier. Bonnier trying to find Pemberton. Pemberton rides 2 tackles and tries to save the ball. Knocks it into touch.
Both teams still going hard at it.
Well, let's try to pick up the adjustment they made, because I think Isaac was playing in number 6. They were probably playing with 2 6s, now they're playing with 1. Long ball forward. There goes Bonnier. Battling away him. Shaq.
Spurs still unable to find any real rhythm in their passing game. Seems very cumbersome and quite dependent on these throws and free kicks and corner kicks.
Here they come. That's Rashid Sargent. He's trying to cross. Ball goes into touch, taken quickly by Morris. Morris to Shaq. Shaq crosses it in the box. Who's there? Keynes takes it easily. Downfield. Taekwani has help from Brown. Brown going forward, but no. Spurs defense collapses on it, knocks it forward. They're asking for the show. Yes, they get it.
Again, the interplay, the 1-2, the timing of the passing. Again, it's so unfortunate that they gave up that red card, because I think that's going to turn out to be more important than the goal
as time wears on.
The time wears on. With a full 11, I don't see them being outplayed by what is supposed to be a Spurs team. I actually see them trading blows and actually looking better doing it.
Well, the blows were one-sided when they were 11. They were the one putting on the pressure. Spurs won in the counter. Spurs only had one little counter attack where Mr. Challenger made a mess of things. And then on the set piece, they actually got some verve and energy as the ball was going goalwards. Isaac had no choice but to keep it out with his hands. Got a red card. The Spurs scored. Here they come again. Heads go up. In fact, a Spurs player was climbing on the back of a defender. So says Mr. Wickham.
Good clean game as well too. Played with right spirit.
Long ball forward. Tipped by Morris. Leibert gives chase. Takes it quickly. Finds Pemberton. Pemberton turns on Shaq. Another player losing his footing. Watley. Fraser. On the inside. Trying to find help. Gets help now. Slide through to Pemberton. Pemberton to Kaelan. Kaelan. Block. Strong block coming from Dolly. Nick One. Getting into the business here. All Spurs. Then a volley. But Dolphus is back already. Collecting and going to ground. Getting up. Acrobatically.
Again, you're seeing those through balls, you're seeing those passes. It's just missing that final aggressive shot on goal, that finishing touch. But these guys are not in any way going out tonight easily. And Spurs need to be aware that in committing themselves forward, they're not beaten on what have been some very good counter-attacks as well too. I keep saying there's a confidence on this ball.
Yeah, you call it youth. I call it youthful endurance.
But
then again,
they're in control of the passes.
Let's play free. Let's enjoy this game.
Yeah, they're in control of the passes. Done well. They're not forcing the play, even when they're under pressure.
Yep. Chipped up. Heads go up. Spurs first ball. Spurs second ball. Challenger gets help. Bonnier breaks up the Spurs possession. Players go to ground. Referee points to the south. OR ball. Taken quickly. Jeffers intervenes, sends the ball to the cricket side.
To wear your mask. Kindly wear your mask.
Spurs again. Winning the ball. This time via the route of a foul.
Foul being taken from just outside the Spurs 18-yard box. Ball clear to the midfield. Chased down, but eventually went out of touch, and it will be going Spurs ball on the left hand side. Another free throw to Spurs. A little right around the half line. Utilizing these stoppages in play to reorganize.
Spurs showing some confidence on the ball, going all the way back to the keeper. Jones pushes out to Allen. Allen goes upfield trying for safety. Challenger, a nice backheel pass, then a forward pass. Frees him too. He's free, he has some space. Fraser's trying to get there. Cross comes in now. Overrated cross.
Misdirected and overrated.
All that hard work. That fancy play, that brilliant pass. Again with a cross like that. Rather disappointing. Watley.
Look at the contrast.
Goes long. Going scale long. Morris. Gets help from Adams. Square pass to Jacquan. Jacquan tackles it. Gums wins it. They go down to Taekwon. Williams. Trying to find Kaylan Liebert. Spurs breaks it up. They come forward with Akio. Akio Benjamin. Challenger. Joshan gets around the man. Joshan has a chance to redeem himself. Oh, steps on the ball. But here they come again. Spurs with an attack, showing some sign of recovery after a little bit of pressure. Taekwon gets around one man, but Morris upends him. Referee deems that to be a professional foul, sticking the foot across the path of the player. So even though you touch the ball, it's almost like tripping the player.
So Spurs showing a little more determination now. They're scrapping a little bit more.
Here they come. Leads on to Taekwon. Taekwon goes across the box. Clearance there from diving clearance. Coming from the man Duncan.
Coach Deco quite animated on the sideline. I guess he's not very happy with some of the calls.
Short corner. Taken. Brown gets it back. Brown shoots at goal. Blocked by the Spurs players.
I would think at this stage he probably would want to be setting the example and settling his team down. You are up a goal, you are up a man. There is no need to try and hype up a situation that you are in control of.
Well, a long cross came in from the left side of OR Jets. Mr. Kaylan Liebert went in on Adolphus Jones. Jones came punching away, punching everything. He may have caught man and ball, and so Mr. Liebert is a bit dazed.
He did get touched. I don't even think it would have been his hand because he was well above him.
It could have been the body.
Contact with the ball. It probably was a body blow, but his body hit to his head.
But Kaylan is a fighter. Also was a national youth team player. I said they're not no slouches, you know. Most of these guys played at national level at some point. Icon Fraser was a youth a youth player, Taekwon Williams, was also on the national under 23 team.
You could see.
You could
see the caliber.
Yeah, man.
You could see the caliber.
Some water in them.
It is good that
Nick
they will be with us no matter the result tonight in the next season.
If Nick Brown is 21, he played football for 22 years. We've seen him with all the coaching courses coming to do the demonstrations and so on. And he mushroomed into. In fact, he was a very tiny guy. As we see the crowd making the short temporary exit as some rain is spraying in. Cameras won't pick it up so easily. Yes, maybe.
Slight drizzle.
Allen, upfield, challenger. Trying to find, he gets there now. Try to go back to Josh on.
Similar play to what they tried earlier. Similar back heel. Different result.
Brown trying to find Taekwon. Jones in the box. Comes to the top of his box, reads it well, and picks it off.
Jones is making a huge difference for the Spurs backline tonight. His ability to read the game and those dangerous balls is helping out their defender, whom I think is struggling a little bit more because he has a much more mobile attack force than he did against, let's say, the St. Paul's. So
Postman gets on the box.
Really not
shot on goal, just in the side netting.
First signs of real build-up play here from Spurs. Not a bad attempt in the end.
Keynes at Barris. One by Barris. Shaq. Trying to get through 2-3 men. Shaq. Comes back and wins it, but in an illegal manner. Pemberton is complaining. St. Clair Morris, father of the young Morris on the field, urging on his team. He was a former defender for Spurs. Right close to the commentary booth. Long ball forward. Knocked away accidentally by Taekwon Williams. But it looks as if they have been well rehearsed with a 10-man rehearsal.
Fourth official has indicated that 1 minute behind the two.
The coaches are always advised to, even though you have a formation and a system that you practice and play, you must have an handicap. Handicap either way. Either you're one up or one down. Or even two.
Well, in this instance, Olio Jets going into the half, down one. Well taken penalty from Sir Jeffers, and down on man, where that penalty was caused because of a handball in the prevention of a goal, a certain goal, and the referee was left with no choice but to issue the red card.
With that information, we go to Master Control and we come back to you for a halftime show.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show.
For the entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide. Included cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, where to live a smart life. Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right, $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Halftime Show. And this time I've got LaShawn Dixon with me. He's been in the background. You wouldn't see him on camera. Making notes. Spurs is leading 1-0. What's your view on the game so far?
Well, it's going according to their plan. How they would have imagined it. Coming into tonight, I think they'll be pleased. Going into halftime, a goal up and a man up. I believe they played some good football, but to Allwood's credit, they too played well. Even when they went down to 10, I think they competed. They stayed in the game, and they're still in it with a shout at halftime, only down a goal. So who knows what can be expected in the second half.
Oh yes, you mentioned one man down. What an unfortunate incident. I think Spurs was about to score from a set piece and he had no other option. Was it like second nature to just put out your hand to stop it even though your foot or head couldn't get to it?
Well, yeah, sometimes instinct drives the hand in the way sometimes. So it's an unfortunate incident. I'm putting the hand in the way, stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity. Because as you said, Spurs were definitely going to score from that set piece, and the defender put up his hand and he stopped the ball from crossing the line. So
he gave his team a chance actually, but although he was given his matching orders, Overload still looked a quality side. They still look a side threatening and a side who created a few opportunities to score an HE Garnet Spurs, and we've seen in the past few games Spurs susceptible to set pieces, so they would want to go the next 45 minutes without conceding too much set pieces as well.
One big difference in the Spurs defense: Adolphus Jones over Brendan Tuckett. Those half chances that you talked about, Jones was there to, in fact, block one. He came out and blocked one of the closest chances that they had.
Yes, somebody like Jones, he offers not only a more acrobatic option, but he's also an aerial threat. He can cut out a lot of crosses, and some of those half chances may have been chances for a less physically threatening goalkeeper. So, and he also brings a wealth of experience. So, it definitely was a good move for Garnet Spurs to use him this evening with whatever was the circumstances behind that thinking.
Let's do the maths. Let's do the arithmetic. Spurs has the best chance so far. As it stands, if they win at 1-0, what will Newtown have to do?
If they win at 1-0, I believe Newtown will have to score 13 clear goals, win by 13 clear goals against Mantab. It's not out of the realm of possibility, because this season we've seen teams score double digits goal easily, but they'll have to win by 13 clear goals if the result stays the same here.
Well, most certainly the Newtown fans will be hoping that this game ends in a draw. Do you think that's possible?
Yes, the way Overload has played in the first half, I think it's more than possible for them to get a goal, and the game remaining at 1-1, both teams, Spurs getting another goal and Overload getting two. I don't think we can rule out that, so there's still a lot of possibilities that can happen in the table. But this 45 minutes will be one of the most significant 45 minutes in the race for that final spot.
Well, I have to agree with you in the sense that it is the most important game for them, and 45 minutes have gone, and they are in pole position, one goal up, nothing more. They don't want to ask for anything more.
Yes, it's in their hands now. They wouldn't want to have to depend on Mantap taking something from Newtown in order to get in. So they would have to hold, as we've been saying, they'll have to hold on to what they have.
Well, that would be the advice you give them at halftime? One goal is nothing to hold on to, you know.
Yes, but I wouldn't tell them to sit back either. I'll try and get a second goal, a killer goal, because we've seen Spurs struggle to defend set pieces in the last few games, but I don't think a one goal lead they would feel comfortable with that. They would want to get a killer goal, an insurance policy, for lack of a better term, to ensure that they hold on to these 3 points.
Well, it's all to play for Spurs. They're in the pole position now. Fate is in their own hands, and I must big up the pizza man. He predicted this very scenario. He said to me when he lost to Keon, one of those teams is going to job with Newtown, and from the time they job with Newtown, I'm going to deal with OR Jets. Well, will they make him a profit, or will he end up in tears tonight? We'll have to wait and see. We'll come back for the second half to give him more commentary.
For the entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide, included cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, way to live a smart life.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch our news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right, $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. Band presents G-Vibes, a Praise on the Outside Glow Party on Friday, November 27th at the New Birth Gospel Tabernacle Church grounds in Cunningham Estate, Cayon, St. Kitts, starting at 7:30 p.m. Featuring local and international artists. Ali D from Nevis, M1, performing virtually from the UK, Minister Taff, from Trinidad and Tobago, Axia Nation. Also from Trinidad, Rise On. G-Band from Nevis and host band Tehila.
Admission only $15. You can pay at the gate or register online as space is limited due to COVID restrictions. Refreshments on sale. It's G-Vibes. Praise on the outside. Glow Party. New Birth Gospel Tabernacle Church grounds in Cunningham Estate, Keon, St. Kitts. November 27th at 7:30 p.m.
Attendees must wear masks as COVID-19 protocols will be observed.
Don't you miss it.
Sponsored by Butterfly Media, SKN Newsline, Industrial Home Styles and Rentals Limited, Royal Motors, Conquering Storm Shutters, Freedom FM, and SL Lighting.
Get ready to be inspired with the Ultimate Shift Summit under the theme I Am Enough, organized by Bel Air. Saturday, November 21st, starting at 6:30 p.m. at the Kuna Caribbean Conference Center. Speakers Clarissa Bell and Dr. Arnaldo Bailey. There will be special performances from Joel Watley, Vicky L. Herbert, Synergy Movements, and more. Tickets $100, inclusive of refreshments. It's the Ultimate Shift Summit, November 21st at the Kuna Caribbean Conference Center at 6:30 p.m. Personal coaching that will transform your life. Sponsored by Corks and Screws, Blue Torch Productions, DR Designs, CompuZone, New Generation Engineering, Wealth Culture Global, J Black Productions, SKN Newsline, Bloom, Halal Praise Worship Tabernacle, Ariana Event Solutions, Glitz and Glamour, Berry Art Treats, Secrets, Yafeen, Equinox Sounds, Nails by Shadeen, Create One Media, Olive Press Bakery, JFX Studios, Sasha the Artist, La Coeur Nail Bar, Souvain, Jade 2020, Advanced Security, Vibes Beach Bar, Elbas Art, Boyorks Graphics, Inside SKN, and Diamonds and Pearls. It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
The action has started already. With Old Road was just cut out by some excellent defending by Jeffers.
Oh no. Not another red card.
It would be quite unfortunate because the game has been running pretty smoothly so far. And circumstances is such that
Archibald gets a yellow. Another player gets a yellow.
A yellow.
They're lucky to get away because normally when the referee see you extend your arm, they go to the deeper pocket. A little midfield tussle.
Tempers flare, as you said, they're young fellows.
Antsy.
Now they will have to be on their best behavior for the remainder of the match.
Yep. Spurs doing the fouling. Chip ball up, heads go up. Rashid Sargent was found new life in the number 2 slot. Spurs coming forward, broken up by the man who came all the way back. That's Taekwon Williams.
Again, Old Road seem to be playing with the same level of confidence that they were when they
he pulled back the ball for a free kick again to our Jets. Chipped up, long ball.
Big free kick.
Overlapping his gums into the box. Partial clearance. Jets. Williams almost came away with that one. Bonnier winning it in midfield. Bonnier going down.
Well, that was a necessary tackle behind the back. He needs to be careful there.
Looks up in bewilderment.
The referee would be kind to be lenient because it was an unnecessary tackle. I'm pretty shocked that he was allowed to get away with that one.
Yet another set piece from some distance out. Firm shot to the left side. Watley. Miscontrol. Spurs takes over.
Yeah, he's not accommodating for the extra zip on the field.
Oh, with the showers that's coming on now.
Yeah. You see, Isaiah chastised him for being less than conscious at the point in time, because I think it's a lapse in concentration. He took it a little bit too easy, and the defender was able to recover.
Here's a shot coming in. Jones saving, pushing it away from the net, from the bar. Nudge it out the woods. Watley trying to track back. Challenger runs out of space. Field too small for him.
It's been that way all game. But they're up 1-0.
Yeah, but you can see the instructions that they got at halftime. Jets to push forward. And here they come again, pushing forward. Tyrrell can get away. Tyrrell can shoot. Tyrrell. Sorry.
These Jets are not giving up, Al. They're not giving up tonight.
Taekwon Williams.
Lovely through ball. Created loads of space for the ever-running Taekwon. And all that failed him was that final looping shot because the keeper had already left his line.
Keeper, big kick upfield. Jashan controls. Still Spurs. No. Brown. Pemberton gets on the man, can get in the box, pushes across. The other ball is there, missing out. Jashan. Archibald. Jashan.
Good
Brown
recovery,
came back, missed out. Stolen by Akio. Akio shoots just wide. Shot too early. That's the danger of pushing up with 10 men.
But again, it was him slipping on the players slipping on the field that created an opportunity, but their recovery has been so far pretty good.
Here again, Spurs trying to get in. Jashan. Ball wiggled, flag wiggled by Delroy. And so Spurs has another set piece. They scored from a set piece. Can they do anything to get some more comfortable?
Is not able to see these plays, and therefore
very difficult from the angle he was and for when it happened. Remember the ball just, so it's almost like somebody kicked the ball in the hand.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, he's closer to the play than the referee, so it has to be an angle.
Correct, you got that right. That's also a number of players were around him. But the first assistant, referee's assistant, more or less at the angle looking in. Referee's now setting his field.
The referee observed the play and took a while to blow the actual foul.
And he was on the response to the flag. Here we see a 4-man setup. Touch across, shot comes in, blocked by the wall. The wall did its work. Archibald was bearing down on it. Taekwon Williams gets it back, shielding it, goes forward, trying to find Leibert.
But you're seeing that composure on the ball again. They're not getting intimidated. 2-3 defenders around them. They're making the sensible passes, and in the 1 or 2 instances you get an error like just now. But for the most part, these guys have been playing the better football tonight, despite the result.
Tyrrell. I keep calling him Taekwon Tyrrell. Taekwon Tyrrell is from St. Peter's.
Oh, so this one is
Taekwon Williams.
Too
many Taekwons. Taekwondo, Dick one, Nick one.
Popular name during a certain era.
You have a Nick one from Saddlers. Taekwondo from St. Peter's. Tikwan. In fact, I think it's Tikwani. They take the kick quickly. Wide to Brown. Brown again taking control. That's Nick one Brown now. Gets to the man, the cross comes in. A poor one, but then missed by Spurs. Messed up by Taekwani. Shot towards the Balang bar.
Spurs able to avoid a shot on goal there by seizing on the attacking errors and squeezing the play. And in this instance, Allwood was not quick enough to respond, so skewed the shot forcibly wide. Long ball, quickly taken, free kick.
Adams crossing dangerously. Keeper had to come out to save the day. Spurs messing up, giving it to Taekwani. Taekwani comes down. Taekwani gets on the inside, shoots his favorite shot. Foot shot on goal, but Dolly is there, standing firm, parrying away.
That was a good shot. He created it all for himself. He drew the defense toward him, cut inside. And the keeper had some proper work to do for the first time tonight. Now we have a collision here on the Spurs left hand side of the field in their half. Two players seemingly
Shaq Adams down. He was just bowed to the ground by the player.
It's a major response here.
Looked like gums. But he fell awkwardly. Reminds me that we had a similar situation last night where Shaquem Butler from Cairn fell awkwardly, had to be taken to the hospital. But the good news is that he's okay now. He's out of the hospital. Kept him for a while and then allowed him to go home last night, so must have recovered in somewhere.
Morgan's still down. He's stretching his legs, so it seems to be some kind of
yes, the ice is being applied to his back, so it's the way he fell. When you fall, we call it locally on your bum bone, the lower back area where those nerves are.
And Tikwan and Brown discussing what they could have been doing better, using the opportunity to keep each other focused. Jones in the back trying to do the same with Jeffers for the Spurs.
Well, normally teams use these opportunities to meet and share information, or we call it an aspect of coaching the natural stoppage. This is where you want to put in valuable information. Now we see the meeting coming from Spurs, the parliamentary meeting. All the ministers of Spurs are jogging back. I don't know if Prime Minister Dolly Jones called that meeting. Meanwhile, OR,
between him and Jeffers,
they're more concerned about the sports players than the sports players themselves.
Well, they also could be looking on, considering the time factor.
You mean Spurs?
Well,
you never get back all these minutes.
The Jets, at the same time, that's what I'm thinking. The Jets, probably, as much as he might be injured, probably are looking for a quick removal of him from the field of play. And now the entire medical team is wheeling the player across the field, which I'm almost certain recent rules would have indicated that they should have gone off on the nearest possible touch line.
That is so correct. But when you see emergency personnel get into action, they take over. And so play still has to hold on because they're not yet off the field.
Yeah, at least a minute and a half was lost with them wheeling this.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Off the field. And then the player is going to get off the cart and resume play within a matter of 30 seconds.
Less than 30. Allen comes, takes it. Big ball downfield. Heads go up. Brown. Bernier. Pemberton. Wheels out of trouble. Gives it to Bernier. Bernier goes back into the trouble area. Loses out to Stingman Archibald. Archibald comes on the inside. Goes square. Finds Benjamin. Fancy footwork. Doesn't work against Brown. Brown trying to find Taekwani. Latches onto it now. Taekwani taking on the men. Goes through the middle. Who's there? Brown. Jones comes. Jones clears it. Not very far. Brown picks it up. Gives it to his brother. Watley. Trying to go to the right side. Trying to find Mike. Mike goes to the ground. It's pushed from behind or to the side. Substitution coming in. Kaylan Leyward coming out. A striker for striker, it looks like. Xavier Sutton.
Meanwhile, we have another injury for the Spurs with their number 30, Johnny Morris, seemingly to be enjoying some discomfort.
Yes, the Spurs physio is rather busy tonight. And probably earn his money. I think we've seen 2 substitutions in that lull, in that break.
I'm not convinced that that Jets are playing with 10 men yet, Al. Keep saying that was a pivotal moment in this game because I am almost convinced that we would have had a much more entertaining spectacle and a much more dominant Jets team.
Entertaining it is at the moment, but I don't know. They're not very dominant. They could have been better with 11-11. Shaq is letting up to come back. He's back now. But this time Morris is down, asking for the stretcher.
These are some significant losses in time that generally these teams don't get back. This is not ordinarily handled with such time-consuming mechanisms.
Never exact for exact. The easy man to the flat stretcher.
Old Road still searching for the equalizer. Spurs still trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead.
At least for a moment it will be equal because the player has to go off. That's Morris, a defender. So it'll be 10-10 for at least a couple of minutes.
Jeffers called for a substitution. So whatever it is seemingly affecting his ability to carry on. And watching this young Morris play over the last few weeks, I'm certain that's not going to be good news.
And so the physio also indicating, just picked up his signals to the coaching staff for Spurs that Morris won't be able to continue.
I'm heartbroken for the lad. To me, he's one of those that has a bright future. Let's hope it's nothing too serious and he can recover in time if they were to make it to the Super 6.
Here comes the set piece. Shot on goal. Too high. Harmless.
Substitution number 2. Out of number 17 is Young in the 23. Jabba Summit in the 61st minute.
So Old Road making a substitution on top.
The substitutions went in. I think they had 2 substitutions.
And now
Javier Sutton is in there.
And now Spurs making a substitution in their defense.
And Zion Drew. This one is Nick Van Bong. Going up, trying to find Zion Drew. Drew trying to get there.
A little bit of a decision between the two players that allowed the Spurs defender Jeffers using his experience and knocking the ball out safely for a corner. Linesman is asking for the corner kick to be retaken.
In swinging left footed corner. Taekweni. Up, heads go up. No one on the far post.
Lovely corner. Just no one there to finish.
Needed a far post man.
Goes out harmlessly for a throw to the Spurs, who have a time to recover and regroup.
Drawn to the ball.
I am going to pay curious attention to the amount of time put up at the end of this game.
Akio Benjamin. Fast forward to challenger. Broken up there by Spurs. Knocked in the touch by Mr. Akio Benjamin. Comes off of a old player. They clear. Only as far as Akio chips it over the challenger. Challenger chest down. Challenger shoots. Great save by Keynes. Pushes away to his left.
He did himself no harm when he came. He advanced off his line, cut down the amount of space that the striker had to place the ball, and was able to parry it to the left of his goal out of danger. Excellent piece of goalkeeping there. Now we have another delay. No ball boys available to retrieve the ball. And then another
substitution. Coming in now. Spurs. Keynes takes over. Out. Duncan.
Nikwan proving a handful even on the defensive end.
Yep. Nikwan Bong going long forward, trying to find a man. The two strikers came on. They're playing two up front now. Sutton Andrew on top, being fed by people like Taekwani and Brown. And we just saw a man coming on the far side. It looks like Pemberton came out.
This is indeed a brave side playing very good football. This is Isaiah's first year with them, I think, and I'll be excited to see what they're able to produce next season when he's had a full season to work with them and a full pre-season as well. They're beginning to take a very interesting shape.
I started the debate last night concerning this area team, area from Old Road, Trinity area, West, about having two strong teams or two teams trying to maintain their position in Premier, and instead of that they yo-yo. When one goes up, the other comes down. Fortunately, they got away on a technicality last year. That's OR Jets. Now the other team, the Challengers team, is in the lineup for Final Four. But here comes Spurs, taken away by Fraser. Fraser clears. As far as Sutton wins the foul. Takes it quickly. Finds Taekwani. Taekwani slides it to Joe. Joe tries to cross. Comes off a player. Corner.
Deflection off of Jeffers. Goes out for a corner kick. Another set piece, another corner.
If you had just walked into the park, you wouldn't tell that it's OR Jets that have the 10 men, particularly in the second half.
No. This game is as intriguing as any I've watched.
Set piece. Again, Dolly taking it on the second attempt, but fortunately it didn't fall from his hand.
No. But he's an athlete. He's a natural athlete. So
natural athlete.
His reflexes allowed him to parry the ball and still catch it mid-air.
Oh, good overlapping one by Adams. Cut out there by Fraser. Fraser finds help.
Here we go with that passing again.
Hendrickson goes forward trying to find Sutton. Forced a corner, another corner, yet another corner for.
They have no choice because those through balls, if they do get on to the Old Road players, it's them and the keeper.
Behind the goal, yep. Left foot in swinging. Shaq heads away. Ball back in. Clearance from Archibald. Fraser, the only man to pick it up. Bernier.
There we go again. That
foul
composure, the unpanicked way they're managing the game.
Bernier trying to find his son, Taekwani. Taekwani not at home. Spurs clears, but only as far as Keynes. Choosing to build from behind, from center to right in the midfield, right down the wing. One man goes to the ground. That looks like
foul committed by number 13, who hasn't really been in the game since he came off with the injury.
Another set piece. Looped up. Far post. Numbers there this time. Headed by Sutton. Cleared by Spurs. Bernier wins it back. Goes over to Watley.
Miscontrol treated as if it were a goal given up. Thus the intensity of the Old Road team at this point in time. They're extremely focused.
At times they only have two players back.
Some build up here from the Spurs. Nice ball over the top.
Pemberton, Adams fighting through, bungling the man off the ball. Adams guilty, fouling.
He's given up too many fouls on that left hand side.
Hendricks comes on the inside, finds Bernier shields, goes back for help. Pemberton goes long, upfield. Players come over the corner, but that ball will beat both of them past the line.
A lot on that ball. Would have been very amazing if he had caught it without defensive cover. But the mere fact that he had two defenders around him was a mission impossible. But he still continued to run to the very end.
Spurs seem to be defending what they have. Dajal Kelly coming in for Adams. Adams it is, or Jashawn? Jashawn.
They're making a double change.
Duncan coming out. And Jasani Merritt coming in as well. So Jasani Merritt and Dajal Kelly, 10 and 20.
Going to different parts of the field. One going on top, one going in the midfield.
Fraser gets the head. Merritt gets the ball. OR wins it again. Drew trying to control it. Has company. 2 men conversion him. They win it. They clear it. Watley turns. Dajal. Dajal. The ball goes into the touch.
KFC stayed in this game. Strikers, well, they actually wearing KFC Strikers t-shirts, but it's really Old Road Jets, eh? That's the confusion.
If you ask me, I think that Mr. Morris has gone to just 2 defenders, because Roger Hendricks is an attacking player and he took out Pemberton, who was playing at right back. Easy ball for Keynes. Let's try to see how he has it stacked up in the back. This is Frazier. Oh, Pemberton is here, sorry. Pemberton, Roger, clear ones, corner. We stop counting the corners?
Yeah.
Too many to count.
Yeah. I know there's this game in England where every quarter that is taken, you take a drink. Had we been participating in such a game tonight, neither of us would have been able to continue commentating as we are.
Here comes the ball. High looping ball to the far post here again. Heads go up. Clear ones from Spurs. A miss from Spurs, a miss from OR. Spurs gets it. Challenger settles. Challenge 24 in Dajal. Dajal cut out by Frazier. Pass over to Roger Hendricks. Hendricks upfield trying to find Pemberton. Pemberton makes a mess of it. Adams takes over.
Adams again. This time he comes out on top.
Yes. Wins both the wrestling match and the free kick. Adams.
I'm wondering what kind of game he's playing out there. They're slow in pace, which is suitable for the Spurs. They're comfortable.
I think I was saying wrong. The 3 defenders are intact. We have Watley, we have Gums, and Fraser. They're battling away. Adams crosses to the far post. Fraser, chest pass.
Comfortably chest passed. The other one collected it on his chest.
In the box.
In the box. Knocked it on to the defensive midfielder who
was fouled.
Was fouled in the process.
Free kick now. Going forward. Dajal pointing to the ball. Referee pointing in the other direction.
Both coaching staff on the touchline.
1, 2, 3 passes, then broken up by Spurs. Dajal goes to the ground. If he goes to his pocket, you have to be careful. They're done with 10 men.
Yeah.
You pick up 2 yellow cards, you have to go.
Scissor kick usually requires the referee to show some level of.
And of course, Dajal put in the dramatics.
Which is why I thought that the Spurs player should have had his own earlier in the first half as well too. Because it was a very similar tackle from behind as well.
Don't miss, says Dali. He didn't. That was a diagonal ball going to the left. They come on the left side again, trying to find them a danger man. Taekwani overlapping his Watley. Cross comes in. Who picks it up? Sutton. Sutton goes to the right, trying to find Roger. Picked up by Bonnier. Bonnier comes forward. Clearance from Solos. Blocked. Clearance from Rashid. Then Dajjal. Then Adams. Adams speeds away with it, trying to find challenger. One-on-one with Frazier. Frazier, cool, calm and collected. Picks it off. Then goes upfield. Finds help. That's Sutton. They're coming forward. Dajjal still deep back helping. Adams. Again, trying to free challenger. But Frazier has him under control. Frazier takes the ball, gives it to his goalkeeper. Gets it back. Goes upfield. Finds Nikwan Brown. Goes up. Sutton. Nods on. Players coming forward. Adolphus Jones reading the play. Comes off his mark. Boots it downfield. Archibald gets it. Archibald beats one man. That's Stingman. Settles it now. Goes back to Adams. Adams. Merritt turns Benjamin. Sending it through, but no one is there. Too strong a ball. Keynes.
A nice period of possession there for Spurs. They moved the ball from both sides of the field. Pity it couldn't have added to something more, but at least you're seeing them now. You're seeing some level of structure in their play.
They had structure before. Defend.
Attacking structure, I should say.
Now we're seeing some structure coming forward.
Yeah.
Because they were very in a deep collapse position, allowing OR to come. Okay. Now they're pushing out a bit. With a bit of organization, I must say. I don't know if the changes made a big difference, because Merritt is there sitting in midfield, trying to control things. Archibald is getting a bit more room. Here they come. Archibald trying to find Adams. He's onside. Adams has a free cross. One man in the box. He goes back. Dajjal fighting away. Goes back to Adams. Adams goes to the left. Adams crosses. Blocked. Corner to Spurs. Long time we haven't said that.
Yeah, again, they're beginning to put one or two passes together now. They're beginning to threaten a bit more on the left-hand side. Adams has given up the more physical aspect of the game now and trying to play the ball and connect with the Spurs players.
Here we go. Ball comes in. Headed away. Well, this has Merritt. Merritt loses out. Brown gets help. Interception from Spurs, but only as far as Taekwani. Taekwani beats Rashid easily. Taekwani has Benjamin. A different kettle of fish. Benjamin pushes him off the ball. Referee's not happy. Kick quickly. One touch pass. Into Nikwan. Nikwan overlapping Watley. Crosses one time. Again off of Rashid Sargent. For a corner to our Jets.
You sit back and they come back at you again. They string the passes together. Everybody's getting involved in the attack and in the defense. Right now there's
Watley. Clearance. Shot on goal. Jones goes to the ground, flat on the ground to cover that one.
I would dare to suggest that Jones has been the difference in the Spurs' ability to keep a clean sheet so far.
Down goes Adams again.
Yeah.
Play. It's been halted.
Fought on. Started showing us a bit more enterprising just now, but I think he's probably pushed a little bit more than his body could manage.
Maybe he has to go off this time.
Spurs already seem to have the replacement lined up.
Yes, this time he's taking a stretcher.
This time I think he took the stretcher the first time as well too. I mean, this stretcher has had the longest relationship of all the players so far in the field.
It looks like he's loving it too.
The amount of consultation that goes on. And there we go now again. with the medical staff being allowed to take their dearest time. No sense of urgency. Which I would hope would improve for the other games.
Now we're seeing a familiar face. Number 13 comes out. Crawford comes in. So more than likely Rashid Sargent, who can play forward, will move forward. So Crawford in for Adams and Rashid goes forward. Rashid Sargent, son of a former national striker in Vaughan Sargent, and so Vaughan most likely wanted somebody to carry on in his footsteps, but of late he has taken over the right back, the number 2 spot. Some fancy footwork there between Taekwani and Brown, interpassing, interchanging. Well, it seems as if Taekwani is the culprit. He walked away like an innocent man, but the referee pulled him back to have the lecture with him.
I'm not certain the referee is seeing, but I could be wrong. I'm not certain he's seeing the cause of some of these
stoppages. Looping chip ball on the far side. Partial clearance, the ball is blocked. Spurs ball.
It is obvious that Taekwon is causing the Spurs defenders and midfielders their share of problems, and they have been quite physical in terms of size. He's not the biggest.
Nope.
So he's come out on the worst end of a lot of the exchanges, but he still kept on fighting. The thing is that one or two times there's been a bit of an angry exchange between him and some of the Spurs players, and thus far he has the yellow card.
Here they come. Ground battle. Tackle comes in.
But what is
the crowd? Usually Spurs fans are on that side. They got incensed just now with the way their favourite player, Mr. Archibald, was tackled. He stayed down.
It looked like ball. Is it that he got other than ball?
Got some of the man to the referee was right there. And of course we don't ever admit that we pass on this information as coaches. But in a game like this, at a time like this, every injury, the player stays on a little bit extra.
Well,
serious or non-serious?
It has taken quite a bit of the entertainment out of our viewing of the game.
Oh yes. A lot of
I'm wondering if some of these stoppages are necessary, and the length of these stoppages, they are too long. And for a game of this importance, I think there should be a better management of these type circumstances.
Correction, the player is Allen, not Archibald. Archibald is up and fine. Rachel at it.
Nobody has even touched the player yet. He's still on the ground, same position.
You have to first assess what exactly is the problem, because touching and moving him without knowing that could make matters worse.
I don't know how much worse it would have made matters to bring him an ice pack.
Maybe because we think he's faking, but under normal circumstances, that's a debate for medical personnel.
He's going to get back up off the cart within the next minute or two.
Yep.
And come right back on the field. Oh, well, they've actually taken the short route this time off the field. And there's a substitution at the same time with Lewis coming on and replacing the number 13 for Old Road Jets.
Lance Lewis taking out Bonnier. Looks like he's going into attacking position. Taking out the defensive midfielder. Looping ball. Williams. Trying to go forward. Spurs remaining firm. They counter. Kelly loses out to Fraser and company. Sutton comes back. Helps out the midfield. Brown. Shot. Pemberton. On the inside. Nice Cruyff turn. Goes back on the outside. Again passes this time. Brown goes across the box. One player missing, two players missing, but not Rashid. 1-on-1. Watley coming to the rescue. Five.
5 minutes extra time. And we've had no less than 10 to 12 minutes in stoppages.
That's what you added.
Enterprises Garden Spurs 1, KFC United 4, Legends.
Spurs, all they can do is hold on for the next 5 minutes. And they're trying to waste in tactics. This time legal. Holding up the ball in the corner flag. We've seen that happen. And then he wins the corner.
Well, the omens were not in Old Road's favour, but I don't think they can walk away with this game if the result remains as it does, with their heads not held high. I am convinced that they had the better game, and albeit for the senseless actions of one of their players trying to prevent a goal by using the handball method, they really traded equal, and I would actually say they traded better punches than did the Spurs tonight.
Roger Hendricks winning the ball at midfield, trying to free Williams. Williams 1-on-1. Comes to his left foot, his favourite foot. Crosses just over the crossbar. Shoots actually.
Williams hasn't given up.
Well, at this stage, this is Newtown's call. Because if they can get that elusive one goal, I don't think Spurs will have enough time to go in front again. Look at where the goalkeeper is. Playing sweeper back. Goes up. Gives it to... Oh, it will go wide. Just what we thought would happen. Give it to a Spurs player who would knock it goalward, but the ball was off target.
First bad pass I can say I saw the keeper make for the night. Nearly cost him a goal. But you could understand what he's trying to do.
Nisbet dealing with the long ball. But here they come again. Clearance. Strong clearance from Rashid. Ball coming straight towards the commentary area. Watley. Drew. Outside.
Yeah, he got himself caught in an offside position.
Not good at all. You stop the play and then you allow the Spurs players to run some time off the clock,
which they gladly will do. But in fact, I can actually say that it's been their modus operandi for the last 10 minutes of the football match.
You're right again. In a minute or so, Rachel Allen is back on the field. Watley heading away. Midfield battle. Pemberton under pressure. Referee says too much pressure. Foul. Probably the last forward kick. Lewis takes it, loops it up, trying to find Sutton. Goes to the ground, referee waves him off. Spurs come forward with it. Mr. Challenger is guilty of fouling Pemberton. Pemberton takes it quickly. Next one, Brown, tries a forward ball. Almost got through. Almost got through the Spurs defense. Forward they come. OR. Taekwani. Slides in. Here they come again. Look at the keeper. Well trained, well coached. Everybody goes to the ground.
Even that I don't particularly mind in the sense that that's legitimate ways of running
of course.
Time off the clock.
Of course.
But what I saw here tonight.
That's the final whistle. Spurs have pushed themselves even further into contention for the sixth with a 1-0 victory. It's only a couple of a chance.
I would argue that based on their goal difference with Newtown,
correct,
it would be hard for Newtown to overcome
at the halftime.
Such a hot goal difference.
At the halftime, so we already established a number. It's 13. They have to win by 13 clear goals in order to surpass Spurs.
Don't see that
happening. At the same time, Manta needs a win in order to surpass South Stars. With that information, we go back to Master Control and we come back at you for a post-game wrap.
Nice show of camaraderie here, nice show of team spirit. Both coaches encouraging the players to come out and greet the opposition. Both of them gave everything they had tonight. And Spurs came away with a 1-0 victory courtesy of penalty. So Spurs have definitely given themselves a shot in the arm after everyone had written them off 2 weeks ago. They are now in the final Super 6. Barring, as I said, some major record-breaking scoreline tonight.
So we just saw some
Adams
gesture of sportsmanship. Morris coming to congratulate the players for OR, of course, Lance Lewis.
I'm certain this is not the last we're going to see of this old road team.
And they themselves, they congratulated the fans by going and take a bow. They did well concerning the fact that they only escaped relegation by a technicality. The technicality had to do with the Connery team taking the association to court, and that created delays.
Well, they've made use of it, most of it. And now we're about to see the second match of our doubleheader.
For the entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide. Included cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, where to live a smart life.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right, $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-game show. Mr. Watts, who is normally associated with Spurs, has a big grin. Large grin, huge grin. The reason Spurs won the game 1-0. How do you summarize that game, Watts?
It really was a massive win for Garden Hotspur. The coach, Deco Huggins, did say he's building his team and he wouldn't mind if he didn't go to the final six, to the Super 6. So I'm sure he'll be very happy indeed, because he's in a very good position. Mathematically, he could be out if Newton were to score some 14 goals in the next game, which is not impossible, but improbable. Don't see Newton with that present team scoring 14 goals against a man-top team. So Garden Hotspur should count themselves in. We are projecting that Gordon Hasport is in the Super 6.
Well, it appears if the body language from the team would seem to suggest that. They pose for a photo at the end of the game. They celebrate.
Yes, doing photo ups. They really. I think they're convinced that they're in the Super 6.
And their first game in the Super 6, if they go in as the number 6, will be against
their neighbours. They're going to be the Bar State Derby again, West Boston Central.
Take your time. Give me a prediction on that one. Take all the time you want.
Well, if you have to go on current form, it'll take a crazy man to bet against Village Superstars. I don't think Village Superstars would have beaten them twice for the year, and they have been leading the tables for 3 years now. 3 consecutive years they've been leading the tables. Hardly dropping a point. So it will take a crazy man to bet against them, but the pressure of the Super 6 could well tell on Village Superstars. They're not as strong as they were 2 years ago. So Gordon Hasport could, but
saying that guardedly, man.
Hello.
I say you're saying that guardedly.
Guardedly. Yes, I'm cautiously optimistic that they could do it.
Well, the season has ended for OR Jets, but they gave a good account of themselves tonight, playing with 10 men.
A great run tonight. They really, I'm sure they had about more than 10 corners. That give you an idea of how much pressure they were creating in the Gordon Hotspur's defense. They were very positive. They started out early, but again they were set back. They very early in the game they had to play with a one goal advantage, 1 goal disadvantage, and 1 man disadvantage. So that was pressure for them. A young team to overcome some pressure, but they really played well. They played with, as you keep on saying, it was youthful exuberance. But youthful exuberance mixed with some confidence and some self-belief because they have done well. They have avoided the normal turbulence of going up and down, the yo-yo up and down. They have avoided that, so now they're a bit settled and they played with some self-confidence and some self-belief tonight.
Well, they avoided that by simply a technicality from last season.
Very much so.
But this season they gave a good account of themselves, not just in this game, but I've started the discussion, age-old discussion of 2 aerial teams trying to get 2 teams in the Premier Division. It doesn't work. History will show that 1 team will tend to disappear, and recent history shows that they themselves would have the yo-yo effect. The KFC Challengers and the Old Jets, 2 areas from the west side. The suggestion is for them to put aside their differences, combine into 1 strong team and a source team. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm sure the Village fans would disagree with that idea because they have two teams in the Premier League right now, and chances are the 2 teams are going to remain in the Premier League. South Stars are in a very good position to remain in the Premier League for next season. But yeah, I agree with you totally. In the area of Old World, that has been a problem with 2 teams, the Old World Jets and Strikers. Challengers is part of that mix. But yes, in a small area like that, the resources are not enough. The human resources are not enough, and it's very difficult to maintain 2 top Premier League teams. So you will always continue to have that yo-yo effect.
Well, we are drowned out here by the crowd, looking at the game behind us, which is Village versus Connery.
That's true. It's not normal. We are doing commentary. We are doing wrapping up from a previous game with a present game going on. So yes, we are hampered by that a bit.
But back to your point about South Stars from Village. South Stars laboured in Division 1 for many years because Village tend to draw and attract the better players.
Yes, very much so.
Only just recent time they're coming back into the limelight, and still a game can have 3 results: a win for Newtown or a win for Mansion. If Mansion happens to win that game with their 1 perfect game for the season, down goes South Stars.
Very much so. If the scenario is if Mantab were to go on and win the game against Newtown, they would overtake they would overtake South Stars in the table, and for sure they would stay up. So South Stars would go down, but Newtown.
You begin to get worried now because it's a daunting task. Which player will go to sleep saying, tomorrow I have to score 14 goals and wake up energized? I mean, you got to get up for it, but I don't see the enthusiasm in the Newtown team trying to win a game 14-0. 14-0. If you score one, you have to score next one.
It's a pity that the most famous club, the most successful club in St. Kitts Nevis is in a situation like this, but they have to blame themselves, especially with the last match against South Stars. They really should have won that match.
Correct.
And they didn't, so they're in a precarious position. And as I said, the most famous, most successful club is like Liverpool in England, who for 30 years didn't get a top flight title. But Newtown hasn't been that long, but it's been a while since Newtown have added to their trophy cabinet.
Just about 5 or 6. About 5 or 6 years.
Yes, it's been a good time. But for a club like that that used to win, like who would have won by will.
Must win.
Must win. What is slang? Must win.
As their motto go.
As the motto. Must win. And I said they never think about losing. Never think about losing. Even in the last minute, they're coming at you. But it's unfortunate. And I'm sure the neutrals would have preferred Newtown to be in the Super 6. But it seems like their neighbours, their Bastille Derby neighbours, going to be in it. That's Garden Hospitals. The green part of Bastille going to be in it this year.
It looks that way from this point. It really looks that way. Making me have to eat humble pie. I thought they would have gotten through. My predictions, though not published, were Newtown and St. Peter's. But
I wouldn't blame it. They were looking good at one point. But they lost the plot, they lost the way, and they found themselves in a precarious position. Tall hill to climb. I don't see them coming back. It's very difficult. 14 goals against Mantap, who wants to stay up, who it appears would have established themselves as a Premier League team. They haven't gone down for a while. And here they are, looking to stay up.
Yeah, that game is tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow at 6, just one game. That will be broadcast at 7, sorry. Just one game. When there is one game, it starts at 7. And so I think we'll be bringing that one. But
that's tomorrow.
But when the playoff starts next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, it will be pay-per-view. So get your little Dunzy ready. Warm up your credit cards and prepare yourself for an exciting Super 6.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be Premier League drama. The drama will continue, and there's many storylines in the drama. We have to start looking at the what expectations we're going to be having. With, as I said before, Village Superstars leading the tables for the past 3 years. Hardly ever leaving number 1 spot. Then you have St. Paul's winning 13 consecutive games since lockdown, looking well. And you have Canary, who have the knack of getting into finals. Although they don't win the finals, they have the knack. As I said, for the past 8 years, they've gotten into the finals 5 times. Canary.
Okay.
And apart from Premier League finals, they also gotten into FA Cup finals. They won the FA Cup twice. They have won the Carnival Cup. They have won the Easter Cup. Only cup that they never win was the President Cup. They also won the futsal competition. So they have a knack of getting into finals.
And those you call Village, you call St. Paul's, you call Canary. So what I'm to carry on? Seems as if Village scored on Canary in a game that is...
I'm not discounting the other teams, but I was just looking at the scenarios. Here you have a team, Village Superstars, leading tables for the past 3 years. St. Paul's now coming back very strong. 13 consecutive games, also winning the FA Cup. And you have Canary, who have a knack. Somehow they get into the finals. So you have 3 teams here. On present form, on present scenario, could get into the finals of the Super Cup.
Since you have so much of an analysis, would you call the finalists at this stage? Be brave.
You understand?
Be brave, man. Watts. Let me hear you. Who will be the final two?
But I'm looking for underdog, a big underdog story. A team like St. Peter's, who never won. They'll be the only team who have never won the Premier League Cup, never won a top flight cup. I'm looking for a big underdog story, and I hope St. Peter's get to the final. But on present scenario, I see a St. Paul's Village Superstars final.
You heard the man. What's looking for St. Paul's Village finals? Who are you looking for? Tomorrow is the last game of the regular season, match number 131. Next week we start the finals. You two can send in your information. You two can pick your two finalists even before the time comes. But until then, do stay tuned to SKN Newsline for at least one more game, and then pay-per-view for your finals. On behalf of Mr. Bob and LaShawn, who did some work in the back, and Essington Watts, I bid you good night. See you tomorrow.